So it's been about a month before I've done anything with this PC. It's a bit dusty even on the outside, so I wanted to check and see how it is on the inside after about a month. And then we're just going to see how often do we really need to clean the inside of our PCs. So trying a new camera today, let me know what you think. I think the quality is looking pretty good and it's a lot easier to record versus my iPhone. Probably should be looking here instead of the viewfinder, but we'll get better at this as we go. Now looking at my PC, it doesn't seem to be that dirty, but we're still going to clean it up while I have it out here. And for this, I just have my side panel, which is acrylic by the way, so this is kind of prone to scratch. So for this, what I'm planning on using is either just like a soft microfiber cloth like this, or I also have some of these little towelettes, some lens and cleaning wipes that I have. We're going to try that and just try and make sure that we don't scratch anything in the process. If you have just a normal tempered glass panel, I really recommend just using water or some Windex with a paper towel like this, and then just giving it a wipe down like that, or a microfiber like this. It just seems to work really well, especially the water stuff. If you don't have just like a water and paper towel, it doesn't leave any fuzzies and it gets all of the oil and fingerprints right off of there. If you can find it, you might want to pick up some isopropyl alcohol. I have 70% right now, but you kind of want, if you're planning on removing your CPU and stuff like that, or your graphics card and cleaning that up like that, I'd recommend getting 99%, or at least 99 or 99.9, although it is very hard to find right now. 70% if you're just on the outer stuff and just make sure it's super clean, should do just fine as well. You've got your nice air duster, multi-purpose duster, and this way it can just get out any bigger clumps and stuff like that. And I'd also recommend just keeping like a Phillips head screwdriver on hand if you did want to remove your graphics card or your CPU cooler or something. This really helps to just get out any like caked in dust and stuff like that, even though we won't have any today. So taking a look at my PC, all of the parts seem to be pretty decently good. I did notice while just taking a closer look that my GPU fans kind of have some dust caked in there. As you can see, that blade especially. So we'll just pull that out and give it a quick dust and wipe down. Other than that, everything else in here, such as these fans, the intake fans, and the exhaust over here, seem to be perfectly fine. Even if I just put my finger on it, it doesn't feel like any dust is on there. So for the time being, I'll just quick spray it off with some compressed air. And I was planning on taking this fan off and just seeing if there is anything caked on here. But from what I can tell, just looking like in between this fan right here, I don't think there's really any need. Even if I run my finger on it, nothing seems to be coming off. So for that, we'll just leave it for today. And in the meantime, I'm just going to take out my GPU and start getting it ready to clean up. We'll do a little close-up of that. While the GPU is out of the way and we have a ton of room over here, I'm just going to spray down the rest of the stuff. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to take off these dust filters. If your case has them, just want to take them off. Usually they're magnetic, or you just pull them off real quick. And with that, you can kind of see maybe some debris here, stuff like that. I'm just going to spray it down real quick, as well as just give it a nice run through with the microfiber on the front. And don't forget your power supply, bottom air filter if you have one as well. Make sure you give that a good clean as well. And for the side panel, I'm going to try using this little cleaning cloths over here. These are kind of nice too, just because they come with isopropyl alcohol already on them. So they're quick drying and everything like that. So just give it a quick wipe down. And make sure to give the outside of the case a good wipe as well, just to make it look nice and clean since we already did the inside. And one tip that I have for making sure that your PC stays dust-free and clean on the inside is just making sure that your fans are oriented the right way. Now I'll put up a picture, you can kind of see the arrows on your fans, but one easy way to just make sure that they're, one, filtered, and two, they're in the right direction. If you are doing like a typical intake in the front, exhaust in the back, or on the top, you can kind of make sure that each fan is doing what it should be doing. As you can see, this piece of paper is staying. Paper towel is staying here, so these are definitely intaking. And then the CPU is taking in this fresh air and passing it through the CPU cooler fins over here, and we can tell that this also just stays in there. I'm not going to hold it there. But on the back, it is pushing that paper towel out. So it is getting really just like a push-pull configuration, if you will, maybe. Intake, so it's just like a straight arrow pretty much. And that definitely helps with the airflow in terms of not having dust kind of settle like in the middle or something like that. And one more pretty big tip is to definitely have your PC sitting on an elevated surface. If you have to keep it on the floor, definitely have some sort of small stool or something like that that you can set it on. I'll throw up a couple options on the screen. If you just want to go to like Target or IKEA, they have little nightstands for like 10 bucks. Or if you just want to find like some sort of piece of plywood so it's not on the carpet, and even the hardwood floors, you probably want it just like a little bit elevated, because of course dust and pet hair and your hair and stuff is going to fall to the floor. So having it somewhat elevated, like how I show over here on your desk or something, if you have the room for it, is definitely a good move on keeping it dust free. So guys, just to wrap up the video, as you can tell, you definitely don't need to clean your PC like once a month, but I'd recommend doing it maybe 6 to 12 months. If you're a student, I'd recommend maybe just doing it during Christmas time, during your Christmas break, as well as doing it once summer vacation starts. That way you're just getting it cleaned up every 6 months, so nothing is accumulating and you're getting the best performance that you can. So nothing thermal throttles or anything like that, really. And once again, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, comment any video ideas that you'd like to see next, as well as subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.